We begin our meditation today. Let's center in the stillness of the inner space. In the stillness of the mind. To do that, you need to be the witness of your thoughts. A technique you can use is the breath, breathing. With a focus on the third eye. Simple focus, no expectations. It's where the energy center of the mind is. It brings you to the head, to the brain. Silence is the operative word. Silence, silence. Listen to the silence of the mental space. Go into the mode of listening. And centering is the operative word. Center in the silence. To center in the silence, you need to find, or you need to be aware of the ego. The I that is seeking to be silent. If you can locate the energy center of the mind, it's easier. And the breath or breathing enhances it. If you can't, just yet, center in the silence, the stillness of the mind. If thoughts play in the mind, it is the ego seeking to think, unconsciously driven by subconscious activity. Just witness. With the intention of staying silent. And remember, you are in a collective field, so you're supported by the space. Remember that. So open the mind, open the ego mind, the collective space. All you need to do is to bring to your consciousness the collective. Moving beyond the boundaries of individuality. Open yourself to collective space. I want you to remember that I'm speaking from silence. So my voice should never be a deterrent to you if you are centering in the silence. That I'm holding the collective space in. Stay conscious of the breath as it energizes the brain. Focuses the attention. And it's a good centering tool. Learn to enjoy the silence of being in the stillness of the mind. Grace enters, the guide, to uplift. Do not force the breath. Stay with a natural, spontaneous breath. As you gently push the air out, you empty the lungs and you are able to pull more air into the lungs. Stay in a space of contentment, acceptance. No anxiety, no expectations, as the divine is holding you. The divine already knows you. Now your mind is influenced by your heart. So let's support the mental space by coming to the center of the chest and breathing into the heart space with attention to the heart space. And as you do that, open up to loving being. This, in your consciousness, open your consciousness, your ego heart, to just loving being. It's a great support for the mind. So you bring the silence into the heart, the openness of the consciousness into the heart, and the energy quality of the heart opens up to support the mind. Relax your focus. It's about centering. I see some of you are using the brow focus too strongly. Just let it go. And center in the heart space. Centering is the operative word. Centering in the heart, centering in the mind. That releases the intensity of focus and begins to expand the consciousness more. Heart energy should bring warmth. If you're conscious of your hands, your palms, your skin, the feeling will be of warmth. And open your consciousness to your body cells. It's a beautiful experience when you can actually communicate with your body cells. Just by experiencing the heat they produce throughout the body, the warmth to keep your body temperature within a certain range. Cells have consciousness, so it's good to be in harmony with them, in gratitude to them. It's a good way of training the ego to be more conscious of the community of cells that are in the body. And the more you keep your attention there, the more you keep a generation of energy So attention is important. Sustained attention is important. And now to intensify that energy throughout your being, open up the belly. To be conscious of the belly as you breathe. Then you really get into the core energy of your body and develop a closer relationship with your body. Patanjali says that when you focus on the navel chakra, Nabhi chakra, he says knowledge of the body system arises in the consciousness. You have a more intimate relationship with the body. So breathe into the navel with the open mind, with the open heart, with the centering power, and in the stillness, open your being to grace. The Supreme Power is always seeking to enter your space. She, Mother Kundalini, is always seeking to enter your space as you allow her. Welcome her presence as a deepening of love when she enters, as a feeling of security when she comes, as a feeling of peace in the mind. Open your consciousness to grace. She is the one who guides me. She's the one who moves in my words. She's the one who enters your space through my intention. Make every breath important. That it is in your awareness. Make stillness important. Make love important. Make cellular awareness important. Your navel is like the brain. It's a gut brain area. Your heart is like a brain. The heart brain. So operate with your three brains, cranial brain, heart brain, gut brain. They all allow you to connect with your world, with the body, and to use expanded intelligence, emotional intelligence, and gut intelligence. Open your consciousness to learn by experiencing. Now I'm going to leave you in silence. Stay with me as I intensify the silence in supporting you. Stay with me. Use a mantra if it helps you. Use use alternate breathing if it helps you. Slowly open your consciousness to the world around you. Slowly. Giving attention to your physicality. Giving attention to the physical senses. Giving attention to gross breathing means bringing more air into the body. Giving attention to the elements of nature around you. Earth beneath you, air around you in space, light around you. Presence of water, moisture. And open your consciousness to a new day. Well, to your day. And prepare to engage in your world once more. Holding the intention to stay centered in this inner space as you navigate the outer. In acknowledgement of the karmic play, that all events will be held in divine order. And let us set our intention for this day, using the power of affirmation, which helps to center the mind, strengthen the mind, and keep it in alignment with the divine. I center my consciousness in the source of my being, my essence. I open my heart, my mind, and my entire body to the divine within me, the infinite divine. Infinite conscious being. I acknowledge that divine source as being the source of all peace, love, goodness, wisdom, and vitality. I open my ego consciousness to that, acknowledging that I exist in that. My intention is to stay centered there. Such that my every thought in this day, my every word in this day, my every action this day be aligned to that source of light within me. And I hold the intention of being a blessing to my world. I give thanks for all the blessings that I continue to receive as an individual soul in the karmic play. And I pray for the grace to stay open, to stay in surrender, and to stay aligned to the divine. Om. Peace. 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 Namaskar, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful day that we call Sunday. And to its energy. And to the marvelous karmic play that we are involved in. You've meditated with me, and I hope that it brought you to a deeper center of being, witnessing. And I hope that you've been nourished by the collective space. The goal always is to stay in the awareness. But of course, the ego is a challenger. Makes you doubt. Did I really experience this? Can I really do this? The ego is the constant challenger. And one may ask, why doesn't the universe support me? Why is it so lonely? I've been praying every day and making all the efforts. Why doesn't the universe open up the space so I can experience? That which is there. Well, the universe is helping you in every which way. It can't help you more than it's already helping you. That's a principle of the universe. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be open to you. The issue is with the knocking and the seeking. Never the universe. Never, never. Always the ego operating in darkness. So the whole idea should be, how can my ego operate in more light? So the onus is on me, the responsibility is on me to open up my space to more light. One may ask the question, how can people have faith in things that are unseen? How can they believe? And you remember that Christ said, O ye of little faith. If you have a little faith as a mustard seed and tell the mountain to move, it will move. How do we generate such faith? How can we be assured that the universe is really looking after us and that we are not forgotten souls? Even in my days of full ignorance, seeking intensely, I never lost faith in the supreme power of the universe. You know, and Jesus said so beautifully, look at the birds. They don't toil. Look at the lilies in the field. Who supports them? He says, seek that source. He called it the kingdom of righteousness. Seek it, seek it, seek it. And all these things that you seek and need and want will come to you in the perfect way. You develop more faith by learning to open your mind to new possibilities and not closing the mind. Sometimes we don't even see how our minds are so closed. The ego patterns of the past are so strong, the patterns that we have built in the past from our choices, our associations, our contemplations, and our beliefs. They are so strong that they hold our mind in limitation, and we don't see it. And we lose faith in everything because of those. So the goal would be to develop that desire to see all the ego traits that are limiting us. That should always be our desire. And the Gayatri Mantra is such a powerful prayer. Hindus repeat it every day as they see the sun, as they open up to to a new day and the sun arises, the first thing they will say is, "O Supreme Light." As they observe that power of the sun to drive away all darkness and to bring warmth and light. O Supreme Light. Your source is divine, transcendent. Your light is cleansing. You are cleansing, O Supreme Light. You're divine. And I meditate upon you. Dhimahi. It says, please illumine my mind. Bring the light to my mind. Why? That I may see clearly. I may see all the detractors in my consciousness, all the ego traits. As Hindus begin a new day, that's their prayer. Dhiyo yona prachorayat. I'm sure a lot of them just repeat it because they have learned it from the generations before. Repeat the prayer, repeat the prayer. And they repeat it for a handout. Not as a mystical formula that tells, observe, pray for the light in the mind. And then as a seeker, we are given the tools. Vairagya and Vivek. You prayed in the Guru Gita for that. Vairagya is detachment. Learning how to give space. Not to be consumed. To give space. Not to be consumed by thoughts and emotions. To give space. Literally translated, it's dispassion. It's not being caught up. But it really means keep a little distance and observe without being caught. That is what it means. Vairagya. And it says discrimination is at the heart of transformation. Viveka, Vivek, Vivek. Exactly what the Gayatri says. Vivek. So you need to be able to see those ego traits. And when you can't see them, you have to pray for the light that allows you to see. And when you pray, the universe answers, just that you don't see or recognize the answers. A book may come in your hands. A person in your office or community or somewhere will appear and give you a kind word. But because they are not wearing the garb of spirituality, or because they look too simple, you don't see the message. The universe can choose anyone, even a bird. Even a cat or a dog, to bring a message to you, demonstrating how you should be. How the eagle flies, but its eyes are sharp. How the dog shows faithfulness. How the cat shows attention. Don't you recognize that, those things? How the sun shines to everyone. How the fruit tree gives to every person. Doesn't deny the one who is evil-minded. The fruit tree gives to all, even when you abuse it. You don't see the messages. The universe tries to speak to you in every language that it possibly can. And here, language is metaphorical, not just Spanish and Dutch and the rest. The beauty of life is, for me, is interpreting my universe every day, however it speaks to me. That's why every person is important to me. Every creature that I meet in the day is important to me. It might be the ant carrying a load that is bigger than its body. But the marvel of life to see what you can learn from all of these things. And the universe comes alive as the teacher, the guide. Have you forgotten that? Don't you see that? Don't you see that? The ocean at its vastness, the waves crashing on the shore. Can't you learn from everything? Can the universe come alive to you? And when you meet the master, if you're able to resonate with anything that is in the master, it's because your karmas are helping you to communicate. And when spirituality and spiritual subjects resonate with you, it means your karmas show merit. Merit. So how can you see that you're not deserving? And how can you put the onus or the responsibility in the universe for enlightening you? Or the master? The master is not teaching me enough. The master is not giving me enough attention. How can you put the onus on the master when the very presence of the master is uplifting? But the very energy of the master can open your space to infinite consciousness. The onus is on you, my dear seeker. When you begin to accept the responsibility that you have brought your body where it is, that you have earned this body in the lifetime, that this disease is coming to you because of your own choices. You look in the world today, we don't want to wear the mask. Wear it as you need it. It's important at the moment in time. In fact, now they're making masks of all kinds. Keep your social distance. Build your immunity, most of all. Build your immunity. And immunity is not built through the chemistry only. It's built through the mind. It's built through your health habits. Take responsibility every day for what you eat, how much you work, how much you sleep. Observing all the energy wasters that are there within you. When you don't harness the energies of the lower area, when you don't open up the gut and really harness the energy of the gut, when you don't harness the energy of the heart, when you don't harness your mental energy, what do you expect? When you oversleep, when you overeat, when you're underactive, what do you expect? When the associations you keep you at lower energy levels. Have you noticed that? Do you know how important association is? You're associating with me today. Look at what it will do. And every person you associate with, they hold you at a certain level of energy. Every thought you associate with holds you at a certain level of energy. Every emotion that you associate with holds you at a certain level of energy. Don't you see that? What your associations do? So be careful with what you associate with and who you associate with. How extremely important that is. So how do you build the faith that Jesus speaks about? You need to open your mind to see. You need to open up to the possibilities. You need to look for what resonates in your soul, that gives strength. You need to identify with those. And then your faith in the benevolence of the universe, in the power of the universe, in the caring nature of the universe will be with you. I love my universe, absolutely. I see no death, I only see change. I celebrate immortality every day. No death. There's no death. Who dies? Everything that was put together, that was created, need to be decomposed back. It stays for a while for a purpose, and then it dissociates, disintegrates. There's no death. Everything goes back to original. And so would your soul. It's immortal. No death. Ego is a phantom, and when you really understand it, you wouldn't be caught in the changes of the ego. You'll stay in the infinite consciousness that is changeless, limitless. My joy is staying with you until you can really appreciate the beauty of your universe, its benevolence, its caring nature, and your ego can come more into surrender and in alignment to that amazing intelligence that exists within you. I live in awe every day and in joy, even more than gratitude, because my universe holds me. And in truth, I am my universe. So I'm being in gratitude to myself. May you live in joy in every moment. Don't see darkness, see only light. Don't see change, see the changeless. See all the opportunities you have to associate with that which is full of light. And pray more than anything else to see your limitations. That's when change really begins. If you don't see them, then you continue to live in ignorance and cause misery. Pray to see all the detractors in your space. The universe will teach you. Through so many teachers, the universe is alive with teachings. Have a blessed day, everyone. It is a tremendous joy being with you. My prayer is that you will become awake to the beauty that is life, the magic that is life, and that you will celebrate life, not darkness, light. Namaskar, everyone.